Let's build a page that looks like this. You got asked, oh, I love that. This is what it was supposed to do in the first one. It's supposed to give you text so you don't have to do that stupid typing a bunch of stuff. And I failed to paste it. Let me put that in later. Doc type, HTML, HTML. Cool. I have a head. Yep. I have a body. Cool. In my body, I have a bunch of this text. No, I don't want to do that. What do I want to do? No, I do want to do that. I want to figure out what each thing is. Close that. It doesn't have session time. Session times. I would consider that the H1. So I'm not posing as a question because I know I'm running out of time. And if Hayden's watching, I'm really sorry. I'm trying my best. I'll make that a H2 because these are obviously headings. H2. New to volleyball. Anyone play volleyball? Seems like we don't get Sonic for something. Oh, you don't? That's another after thing for me to look at. Really, you don't? I did, so that confuses me. Okay, cool. That looks like that, and we're getting closer. On Wednesday evenings is a paragraph because it starts another one, so that's a P tag. Can I word wrap this? Yes, I can. P tag. P tag. If anyone knows a way I can just highlight text and just wrap it in a HTML element, let me know. I've done this for so long and I've done it this stupid way. And I feel like there's definitely a better way of just typing it, dragging it. So definitely let me know. And you probably get a tutor referral or something from me. Only for brackets, yeah. HTML, man. I really do this, so. Okay, this one is P, and this one is, what do you guys think? Unordered or ordered list for the know the rules, play before? The chat has not said anything, but it's unordered. So that's what we got. Okay, cool. Format. Our garbage looks like that. It looks like a lot better garbage. I think this time I'll teach you the other way of doing it instead of just going like style in the head. You know what? What's the keyword? If I want to put a style sheet, what's the tag? It starts with an L. It's 4 letters. It's a famous Nintendo character as well. Yes, perfect. Jimmy, my man, my HD student. The rel stands for relationship, and maybe I'll just call it index to CSS. Cool. It's also good to have a. That's my bad. I think I'm just too awkward of a person. UTF. And I'm also used to 1531 where you're kind of forced to talk to me. I will give it a title. This title is not an appearance thing. It's kind of, you know, the top of your thing. Cool. Okay, that means we have to make a, how do I make a thing? New file, index.css. Cool. Okay, cool. Now we're just using that. How do we prove it? Well, I don't know how do we prove it. Maybe we'll just color the H2 straight away. H2, color, red. Cool, it works. Okay, I've proved it. I'm gonna do the little dropper thing. You're gonna have to figure out, find a tool and get used to this real quick for assignment 1. Maybe, I don't think you do it outside of assignment 1. Cool, that's nice. The font color on the regular text is also different. Maybe I'll change that in the P tags. P, color. By the way, when it's color, it's always the font color. Oh, that's terrible. That's a bit better. That's still awful. I'm going to manually just change it. It's eyeball. Yeah, I'll just, there we go. Perfect-ish. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. What can I do next with our thing? I would say that this is the time where I would flex everything. So you can kind of see that the Wednesday and Saturday things are two columns. They're kind of taking up the exact same area as well. So this is where I would introduce flex into this, which I really like. But it would be a div around this and a div around this. Yep, those are my flex children, and another div on the overall. Okay, I'm going to call this class is equal to columns, and I'm going to go class is equal to column. What they use, columned. Cool. Okay, what does it look like? It looks like that. Our columned display flex. Cool. That looks terrible, but we're not done. And was it column? I'm going to go flex 1. Much better. How does that look? It looks even. Remember, we've only done this part. I'm not touching anything lower. Name is actually very weird without context. I'm just going to flex everything. Here's my flex children. Oh, pretty much. And it's also weird because like flex 1 is many different, it means 3 things. First meaning is that it's like a ratio. Like if I did like column 2, flex 2, and I made this one column 2, that one kind of takes up 2/3, and that's taking up 1/3. Another thing that this means is that it will be responsive. You know, like if they're both 1, they're sharing 50%. They will both grow and shrink in size as well, and maintain that 50% because they're both 1s in that scenario. I don't think there's any much more I want to say on that though. What's terrible about this? There's a boatload of padding on the side. Body padding 0, 10%. 15%. Yeah, good enough. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. The heading at the top is aligned to the center. Oh, another really, I want to just say it's a stupid thing. The way it all works is we use American spelling. So color and center, you know, Long Beach, California, we use like their way of doing it. You just have to get used to. If I put a OUR, if I put a U in there, it's not going to be happy. It's like, no, mate, America, #1, all that. I think I'd also add a bit of padding, the 10 pixels, something like that. No, I want to add side padding. No, I want to just add a margin right then. Right. Yep, cool. Okay. I see I'm running. I see I have 4 minutes left. I won't do a divider. What will I do? Is there a particular thing that people want me to do? While I just quickly do some of it. Every time we have S instead of, oh yeah, like I always have to reset my Microsoft Word to stop annoying me. The H1's font weight is like lighter. There we go. To be honest, they're all kind of lighter. I don't have a formatter. Great. Cool. I would also say that text align is center. Cool. I'm gonna bump that back down to 10. Cool. Yeah, anyone want me to do anything in particular? Unit volleyball. Why didn't that go in the center? So I didn't set it. Yep. That's not good. Oh, because it's the same thing. I need to wrap neuter volleyball in the same div that we just did. So neuter volleyball and season player. Neuter volleyball. If season player. And we said there were columns. Just off a topic about CSS, if you have same class of different style sheets. I don't know. I would highly recommend you do not do that anyway. Maybe the first one gets loaded first and the next one is just ignored. I'm not exactly sure on that one. Great question though. There we go. How are we looking? It's looking okay. I think it's looking pretty good, to be honest. What are we missing? I guess the bold part. Now, the bold part, you could do CSS. You could also do HTML. There's one free trial. There it is. And just put a bold tag. You could also just put a span and, there. I won't do all the bolds because it's obvious. I'll do the black test, yellow bridge gym thing. Yellow. Does anyone know why we don't put div here? And I put span instead.
Span is like horizontal object or it's divs and vertical objects.
I'm not sure if I was the only one that could barely hear that, but yes, you're correct.
Yeah, right.
So, div will kind of like separate it a bit more. Span will kind of just be like, it's in line, it won't mess anything up. And I can kind of show you, like, let me just quickly do the CSS in here. Got that color black. If I see how it didn't move, if I change this span into a div, see how it just separates everything? Like that's its default behavior. You can undo it with CSS, but why not just use a span where it just, it's a bit friendlier, Cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I know this color's wrong and I didn't do a few bolds. Yeah, for span, like when you just don't want something to be like the next line, you want it to be around things. And usually I usually use it for text anyway. If I know it's 8:01, so we've gone 1 minute over. If I had more time, I'd make it a bit more pixel perfect. The font size could be smaller, the bolds, that divider thing like we did in the first exercise. But I also realize it's very dark now, so people can't see me now. But yeah, that's it for your tutorial. I will keep going to the people that need help right now. I don't get paid, but I'm happy to be here. But if you want to, Jet, it was lovely speaking to you. If you're back here next week, it will be Anushka taking you through the next topic. So yeah, to anyone that's going, I will see you later. To anyone staying, let me know your questions right now and I will help you.
Thanks, John. Bye.
No worries. See ya.